Yo, what's up? What's going on, boys? What's going on? How's it going? Can I just hear me? No, because that's all over here. You guys can actually hear me if not. Try to turn on the phone a little bit. Alright, 40 seconds. Only 5 seconds left, boys. Come on, what we got? Alright. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Boy, Gladiator, bro, I really hope Gladiator's tier 4, bro. I really hope he is. Yo, he looks slick. He looks slick. Wow. Wow, just wow, bro.
Greetings, agents. This is your community manager, 3RL. Hope everyone is doing well today. First up, we're going to try something new and fresh moving forward and a few improvements to our live stream. Our goal is to continue to improve our content over time, but first, I'd like to introduce the announcer.
Hey, how's it going, players? Just like the 3RL mentioned, we're going to constantly try to keep improving our live stream and prove, in fact, that we are live. So we'll have some trivia questions for you guys and some other fun stuff going forward. So keep an eye on the chat, guys, because I'll be keeping an eye on the chat for 3RL.
We're live, baby.
All right, cool.
Well, we hope you like the changes we have stored for you. And as we said, we'll be keeping an eye on the chat with that trivia. But now, more importantly, we'd like to introduce the Annihilators, who continue the legacy of Star-Lord by preventing galactic warfare. The Annihilators are a powerful team composed of various alien races who work to suppress any threats to the galaxy. So let's dive into the details of the February update, shall we? Featuring Annihilators. First, the February update will introduce 2 new heroes, Quasar, aka Window Vaughn, and Icon.
All right.
Take a look at those little images there. And in this update, there's a hero who doesn't have a tier 3, and they will be receiving a tier 4 advancement directly for the first time. So get ready to meet Gladiator and Beta Ray Bill, who have become even more powerful. All right. I'm also excited to announce we prepared some trivia for you, as mentioned earlier by the announcer, just to showcase during the updates of the characters. And as usual, we prepared a gift for agents who've watched the live stream till the very end. So please stay tuned. And as always, please note the footage presented today is on a test build, and there may be differences from the actual update. Now, with all that behind us, let's get into the details of the February update.
Wow, Gladiator's going immediately to tier 4. He's not going to get a tier 3. Wow. Okay, Quasar is awakened. Icon is also awakened. Interesting. He's tier 4. Oh, that's a huge... Wow. Bruh, Gladiator's getting immediately to tier 4. Wow.
Alrighty then. let's get right into it. First up, we have Quasar, aka Wendell Vaughn, who is said to have become an Annihilator to stop another galactic war
Wow,
from
I'm
happening.
flabbergasted,
Quasar,
bro.
being a human, safeguards the universe using the quantum bands, an energy manipulating device that wields great powers. I'm sure many fans know the quantum bands, but real quick, announcer, what do you think about this cape right here?
I love that
That
you
looks
are
sick.
able to see like the galaxy reflected in his cape. And what doesn't say superhero than having a cape?
Yeah. To me, the cape itself is the coolest part. I'm a big space fan, as I've let it be known. But speaking of space, with his power, Quasar fights his enemies through energy manipulation and beams. He gathers energy to create a defensive shield to help his allies. And then jumping right into his passives, we have the first one of Quantum Protection, and applies to self super armor, as well as increasing all basic defenses by percentage and decreases damage received by percentage as well.
Wow.
Next up, his tier 2 passive is called Quantum Intuition, and this applies to self increase guaranteed dodge rate by percentage, increase skill damage by percentage, and increase bonus damage as well. And lastly, his leader skill is called Annihilators Assemble. This has a high percentage of HP increase and removes all debuffs to heroes with the Annihilator ability. Now we're going to jump straight into some of that trivia, and I hope there's plenty of lore buffs in the chat. Let's get a trivia question from the announcer, shall we?
All right, guys, let's see how many real Marvel fans are in the chat. Before becoming Quasar, Wendell Vaughn worked at what well-known Marvel entity? Let's get your answers in the chat, guys, and we'll get you the
worked in
answers
S.H.I.E.L.D.
right after this.
He worked in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Alrighty, let's jump into it, shall
was a
we?
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Let's check out
agent.
that powerful new superhero closer.
He worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. Anybody who read Marvel Comics should know about that. He worked for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Alrighty, we're gonna jump straight into it. And Quasar he's kind of flying though, so he floats in a little bit. He's not just slamming down on the ground like his little flying ability. Let's jump straight into skill number 1. We have Quantum Projection. Kind of moves the guys around.
Alright.
He's got to turn off that cooldown. And one more time, Quantum Projection. This causes energy damage with a percentage of energy attack, as well as additional energy damage.
Alright, interesting.
Jumping straight into skill number 2. And announcer, if you feel free to jump in at any time if there's a skill that pops out to you. Skill number 2, not to rhyme, but Quantum Snare. Alright, check out those little gold chains. It definitely went
Oh, gold chains. Yeah,
opposite
that's
direction,
true.
but there we go.
He creates
Quantum Snare
constructs.
applies to enemies, as you can imagine, snare and paralysis, while ignoring immunity, and applies itself a 100% chance to grant all damage immunity. Alright, skill number 3 will stay right here. It's called Quantum Barrier. This one's a kind of cool one. Quantum Barrier applies fractured enemies and applies to self a recovery percentage of HP with a 100% chance to grant all damaged immunity. Reflects a percentage of damage received regardless of his attacker's evasion. Check that one out one more time. Also has a high percentage of energy damage of energy attack. And next up,
Also,
skill
it's,
number 4.
Apparently PvP.
Go with these guys here.
With
In front,
reflex,
we have
apparently
Quantum Fist.
Oh, I like that one. The slow motion effect is pretty sick.
It's almost like the devs were listening last time when I said I liked the little after effect. They're like, hey, Threero, this is for you. Again, Quantum Fist applies stun and silenced enemies and applies to self a percentage chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier shield, all damage immune, and invincible. And if you want to learn more, definitely check out after the update. Going to skill number 5, we have Quantum Annihilation. Let's see if we can get some of these guys to run over. Come on. Nope, they're not going to do it. That's okay. Alright, let's check out skill number 5 again, Quantum Annihilation. We got some of them.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, that's a good enough group.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
like herded them all
huge.
together.
Quantum Annihilation has a percentage chance of enemies to miss their attack. It causes incapacitation, removing active buff from the target, as well as paralysis, increasing all basic defense by the percentages, and it is stackable. Also applies itself a percentage of HP recovery, as well as increased all basic attacks, defense, speed, and crit rate while removing incapacitation. All right, and now we have his awakened skill, which is called Quantum Slash. Quasar summons the Quantum Storm from a powerful strike to his enemies. Let's check it out, shall we? He also collaborates with Icon, who we'll check out next, throwing their weapons to create an energy explosion. And as far as stats go, we'll check out that one more time. This applies burn, increases crit rate, crit damage, ignoring target dodge rate percentage, and a chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier shield, and all those other buffs and debuffs you're familiar with this kind of combo. Speaking of combos, we're going to jump in real quick and check out his. Again, we've taken off the training wheels, so I'm trying to do this in real time again. So let's go ahead and try out 3, 5, and 4. Again, during the rehearsals, I'm doing pretty good.
You got this, 3RL. Let's go.
All right, 3, 5, and 4. Success. All right.
Easy peasy.
Wow, they're all canceled.
All
3,
right.
5, and 4 all
Let us
canceled.
know in the
That's
chat
beautiful.
if you're excited for the new character Quasar. And
Oh, I am.
before we go, we have
I
another.
definitely am.
We have a trivia question answer. So we'll see how that went.
All right, guys, let's look at any Marvel buffs that were in the chat. If there's any correct answers, the question was, before becoming Quasar, Wendell Vaughn worked at which one well-known Marvel entity? We have Orville John Pueblo says sword. That's incorrect. That's pretty funny though. Jonathan Change says shield. That's the correct answer. The answer is shield. We have let's see who else has some correct answers here. Rodomar Swervsbinsky, sorry if I'm mispronouncing your guys' names, but also the correct shield. Shield answer. Samuel Xavier, shield as well. Good job, guys. You guys are really knowing your Marvel lore out there. Take it away, 3RL.
Awesome. We'll have a couple more coming up. But with that, you have what it takes to harness Quasar's incredible power. All righty. Next up, we have Icon, a space knight
they
from the
have the
Galdorian
Annihilators
humanoid
tag.
species, who uses advanced technology, and they have arrived at Nowhere Station to lead the Annihilators by not only the Star-Lord's requests. Now, Icon is a female superhero with a speed type and belongs with the alien allies. As a hero equipped with the counterattack skill, Icon can effectively utilize in PvP game modes. I think it should be noted, pretty sure that this is just some sweet futuristic robotic armor, but she is actually, there's a person under there. But let's jump into some of her passives. Her first one being Bounce
She's a
Back.
space knight, dude.
Applies to self, reflecting a percentage of energy damage received up to a percentage of max attack, while decreasing basic damage received by a percentage. And her second tier, her tier 2 passive is called Targeting Weakness. This applies a percentage increase of energy attack to self while increasing skill damage by a percentage, increasing bonus damage as well, increasing basic damage dealt enemies with low HP. So let's see who was paying attention. Back to you, announcer. Let's go.
All right, guys, so 3RL just covered this. The question will be, what is an in-game ally type of Icon? Again, what is an in-game ally type for Icon? Let's get those answers in the chat, and I'll read them out loud in a second.
All right. Let's go ahead and check out her team-based abilities in action, shall
Annihilators.
we?
Annihilators. She's an annihilator. She's speed. No, ally.
See, she kind of
Type.
just glides into
Annihilator.
the battle
Wait,
as well.
ally
Nothing too
type
crazy.
or
First up, we
ally
have skill
tag?
number 1, Galador Guard. I think
Whatever.
I'm pronouncing that one correctly. Again, with that little after image. Go over here on the left to try that one more time. Galador Guard is an energy damage attack with high percentage of energy attack, as well as additional energy damage. Moving on to skill number 2. It's going to be Galadorian Swing. Yep, would not want to be hit by that one
That
either.
was pretty epic, yeah.
Galdorian Swing applies stun and incapacitation to enemies with an energy damage percentage of energy attack, as well as additional energy damage. And all right,
Nice.
next up we have that. We're going to turn on the AI for this one. These guys are way over here. Hopefully they run over.
Energy reflect.
Alrighty,
Interesting.
skill number 3 is called Weakness Analysis.
I hope it's an eye from Ignore, because if that's the case, she's gonna be a real pain in PvP if that's the case. Because that's an instant hit. Pretty darn OP.
Weakness analysis counterattacks when defending against an enemy attack and enables attacking enemies who have activated the ignore targeting effect.
Perfect. Perfect.
This also applies stun, incapacitation, and paralysis to enemies while applying super armor to self and increasing all basic defenses by percentage and 100% chance to grant all damage and immunity. Increases all basic attacks, defense, as well as speed by a small amount. All right, next up, we're going to stay right here. We have skill number 4, which is Space Night Landing. I don't know about you, but this sounds like it could be a cool bar.
Like, let's go hang out at the Space Night Landing, bro.
Sounds like a good time. Maybe it's on
bro.
nowhere somewhere. All right, skill
Hey,
number 4
that's
again.
dope.
Space Night Landing. Maybe I don't.
Ooh, so much alien.
Yeah,
All right.
that doesn't look very fun.
One more time. This applies fracture and paralysis to enemies while decreasing all basic defenses by percentage and is stackable by percentage and ignores immunity. It also applies to self, increase to all basic attacks and defenses by percentage, all speed and crit rate as well, and a percentage of energy damage based on energy attack, as well as additional energy damage. All right, moving on to skill number 5. Since we have a nice hearing group, we're just going to we'll go on this side just so it's a little bit change of view. Skill number 5 is called No Hesitation.
No hesitation. That's interesting.
She definitely did not
Wow,
hesitate
too many
there.
hits,
I really like
bro.
if
He
you
has a lot of hits.
Little purple, pink, whatever color you want to call it, like right there, like splinters out the ground. That's pretty cool. I like that. No hesitation applies bleed, silence, and paralysis. This also decreases all basic defenses by a percentage and is stackable and applies invincible and increases basic damage for 1 attack. And lastly, we have her awakening skill, which is called Alpha Class Finish. She swiftly stabs and attacks the enemy and collaborates with Quasar, who you saw before, by throwing the weapons and causing another surge of explosive energy. Let's check it out, shall we? All righty, we're gonna jump right into her combos as well. Recommended is by the devs is 3, 4, and 5. And Icon utilizes her Galdorian poleaxe to consecutively slash and stab her enemies and launches an energy blast attack. All right, here we go. 3, 4, and 5.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, you have to wait.
It's all good, 3RL. Let's try it again, bro.
All right, here we go. It's always the last. Let's see. Nope. All right.
Yeah.
Well, can't always
you
get
have
them.
to like delay. You have to
go ahead
wait till
and
she
move on.
jumps and then you can.
Let's go ahead and check the chat and see what everyone got. Announcer, take it away. I'm going to keep practicing while you're talking.
Yeah, go for it, dude. For now, we're time for the big reveal. The question was, what is an in-game ally type for Icon? So the correct answer is Alien. We have Miss Roman's Delight says Alien, duh, says if it was really easy. So good job, Miss Alien's Delight. Felix Who says Alien as well. Josh G guessed Alien as well. Frankie says Weak Girl. Yeah, that's pretty good, Frankie. Yeah, the correct answer is Alien. All right, guys, good job in the chat, guys.
All right. Well, we hope you look forward to trying out this new hero in action as well. Next up, we will introduce the heroes who will receive new uniforms and a tier 4 advancement. Beta Ray Bill, the Corbinite who possesses similar powers and abilities to Thor, has protected his people using the Stormbreaker, a powerful weapon Odin had the dwarves of Needlefire create. In his new uniform, instead of harnessing power of lightning, Beta Ray Bill utilizes the Twilight Sword of Soltor to attack his enemies. So we have some nice fire effects. Summoning an axe in Soltar's Twilight Sword, Beta Ray Bill will perform well in PvE modes, and we'll check out his 3-4-5 combo later. First and foremost, I just want to point out that Beta Ray Bill is a beast.
He is a
He
beast of a
definitely
person.
is.
Like, he is towering, man. He looks so epic with that armor, dude. He's pretty sick.
Like, he feels like he's probably like 6'5" or taller without his little giant Roman mohawk thing going on. His first passive is called Corbinite Strength.
Interesting.
This applies itself a decrease in basic damage received by a percentage, and it activates when HP is below a certain percentage, and it will, of course, recover some HP. His second passive is called Twilight Protection. This applies itself, ignoring target dodge rate by percentage, increasing fire damage by a percentage as well. And of course, note that his leader skill has changed to increase fire damage instead of lightning damage. And again, we're going to jump back in with another trivia question before we jump into his skills.
All right, guys, before 3RL takes a closer look at the skills, who can tell me in chat what race Beta Ray Bill belongs to?
Corbinite, dude.
Alrighty. Let us know, but let's take a look at his in-game skills. I know the transition didn't finish before we jumped in here, but Beta Ray Bill like not only slams down and breaks some concrete, he just slams again. He might be angry or something.
Can we take some time how huge this dude is?
Yeah.
Like, he is towering over these mobs.
Yeah, like when you stand next to him, he's like,
man, that's epic, dude.
Maybe below his shoulder. Yeah, he's a beast.
He's not that big.
Right to you then.
In the older model, he's not that big.
His first skill is called Merciless Axe. Let's check it out, shall we?
Merciless Axe.
One more time. Merciless Axe applies burn to enemies with fire damage and a high percentage of energy attack, as well as additional fire damage. Let's find a good position for skill number 2. We'll go right here. These guys right here. Next up, we have a skill called Asgardian Dropkick. Would not catch me wanting to be taken out by an Asgardian Dropkick.
That does not sound fun.
Swings his axe full time, and then kicks some baddies down. 1, 2, and that nice drop kick.
Imagine getting drop kicked by Beta Ray Bill.
After being taken out by an axe? Yeah, no thanks. This move applies burn and stunned enemies, as well as additional fire damage. Alright. I'm going to see if I can get some guys. There we go. Just want to gather them nice together there. Alright, skill number 3 is called Burning Stormbreaker. Probably should have grabbed that.
Oh, so it's like nearly the previous. It's almost as similar as
Burning Stormbreaker applies burn, bleed, and paralysis to enemies while applying to self recovering HP. It also increases all basic attacks, defense, speed, and crit rate while removing incapacitation. And of course, there is a fire damage increase of energy attack. It will stay right here, but move to the other side. This next skill is called Odin's Touch, and you'll see a hero pop in that you definitely recognize, of course. Let's check it out.
Ooh.
Yo, that's epic, dude. I love how it zooms out.
Thor coming in to support.
Thor coming in hot.
Both blessed by Odin's Touch. All right, let's check it out one more time. This applies burn to enemies and deals additional fire damage for every second, while also dealing additional lightning damage for the same amount of time, decreasing all basic stats by a percentage, and applies itself 100% chance to grant all damage immunity and increase all basic attacks. And next, the moment I think some people are waiting for, at least, some action with that Twilight Sword with skill number 5 called Twilight Merit.
Dude, I love that the flame is like blue. Like, it almost looks like lightning, but it's like fire.
Yeah.
That's sick. I love that.
They do say when fire burns hot, it starts burning that color. Let's check it out one more time. Twilight Merit applies burn and fractured enemies and applies itself invincible, increasing basic damage 100% for 1 attack. And lastly, let's gather everyone, see if we can get a little group here. If not, whatever, we'll just stay right here. We have his Awaken skill, which is called Might of Uru. Let's take a look at that one, shall we? I think we get cameos from not one.
Dude, everyone's
joining in. This applies shock, as well as a small percentage decrease to lightning resistance, stacking paralysis, and ignoring immunity. Let's check it out one more time, shall we? Applies itself a critical rate increase by a percentage,
he has a
damage increase, ignoring target dodge rate by a percentage, removing all debuffs, as well as invincible, and accumulating pure damage, and deals additional damage based on the percentage of pure damage accumulated.
Yeah.
All right, let's go and try out some of his combos as well.
That was definitely my favorite
his
skill,
His skills are mixed between fire damage and lightning damage.
All right, so we have 4, 3, and 5. So always that last one. We got this, right? 4, 3, and 5. Almost had a moment.
You got this, bro.
I almost did it backwards. All right. 4, 3, 5.
Let's go.
There we go.
Easy, bro.
Interesting.
That last hammer down with the sword is really cool. All right, T, and let's bring it back to our trivia. This is another easy one. Hopefully next time, I'll give you a little bit harder questions, but we want to make sure we start off, pretty simply.
Yeah, man, we're trying to improve this live stream, guys. All right, so I'm sure you all picked up on it, but let's see which guys were paying attention. What race does Beta Ray Bill belong to? We have Eschenko here with Nay, like a horse. That's pretty funny, man. XINI3 Linux says alien horse. That is incorrect. Alex Vincia says Corbinite. The correct answer is Corbinite. Math says Corbinite as well. Good job, guys. Kieran Ko also with the answer Corbinite. Yup, that's the alien race he belongs to. Good job, guys.
Alrighty. Will Beta Ray Bill, alongside the Annihilators, be able to protect the universe beyond just his own race?
Alright, here comes the
Alrighty then. Last, but certainly not least, we have the once Imperial Guard of the Shi'ar Empire, Gladiator, who has taken up the mantle as Emperor of the people after the death of the previous leader. Let's take up just a nice moment to admire his uniform.
I personally love the black on black on black and his icon.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Nice.
All right. Possessing formidable strength, diverse abilities, and exceptional tactical skills, Gladiator has become a universal hero. In this new uniform, Gladiator attacks enemies by beaming laser beams from his eyes, swift punches, and rapid movement. All right, let's get into his passives. I was going to give you a hint for the next trivia, but I think we got to make this one just a little bit more challenging since it is the last one. But his first passive is called Imperial Guard Armor, which applies super armor, increasing all basic defenses by a percentage, increasing skill damage by a percentage, as well as bonus damage as well, while decreasing basic damage received. His second passive is called Confidence Regained. There's an activation rate when HP is below 99%. It applies self-recovery of a small amount of HP. Also has the same effect as well for whenever your HP is at a certain percentage. Although Gladiator is usable in both PvP and PvE game modes, he has become even more powerful in PvE through the addition of his new uniform. All right, let's see if there are any Gladiator fans in the chat. We have our last piece of trivia. And again, I withheld a little bit of something, so hopefully this creates some kind of challenge for everybody. We'll see how it goes.
All right, 3RL, good job catching even me off guard. He didn't give you guys a hint, but let's see if there's some true Marvel fans in the chat. Drop the answer in the chat if you do know what Gladiator's real name is. All right, guys, if there's some true Marvel fans in the chat, let me know what Gladiator's real name is, and we'll read them out loud in a bit.
All right, let's jump into it, shall we?
Actually, you know what I want? No, I won't. Just keep it over there. But his name is Calark. That's his real name, Calark.
Okay.
I like that float in.
Yeah. It's very menacing. Turn off that, as always. There we go. Okay, skill number 1 is called Ice Breath. I think I can get a better angle. Let's see if we can get a little bit there. Oh, still bad, but that's okay. Ice Breath applies chill to enemies and additional cold damage for every 1 second, and increases all speed by a percentage. Also causes some physical damage by a percentage, as well as additional physical damage. Sorry. And next up, after you've got chilled down, let's heat you up with skill number 2, which is Heat Beam.
You freeze them up, you gotta thaw them out, dude.
Yep, it's only fair, right? Heat Beam applies burn to enemies, as you might imagine, and causes some physical damage, 100% of physical attack, as well as additional physical damage. All right, let's go ahead and check out skill number 3, which is called Ground Buster.
Yo, he's definitely busting up that ground.
Damn.
Some guys over there, all getting all scattered, but that's okay. Ground Buster applies burn and stun and snare to enemies, applying barrier to self for as well as increasing all basic attacks, defense, and speed. All right, skill number 4. I think this is my second favorite of his skills, just because of the way he kind of just looks super intimidating. All right, this one is called Majestic Force. Look at him, just so serious.
Dude, he just stands there. That's
Yeah,
really
exactly.
epic. I love that one. I don't need to do nothing. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm ready.
Majestic Force applies burn, stun, fracture, and paralysis to enemies, while to self, 100% chance to penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune, and invincible. It also, of course, increases all basic attack and defense, speed, crit rate, and removes incapacitation. And next up, we have skill number 5. It doesn't work every time, but I'm trying to get them to gather up a little bit. I would love for them to just be in one giant group, but that's okay. Better than just everywhere. Skill number 5 is called Imperial Guard Charge. This one's pretty intense too. But...
What the fuck?
Alrighty.
Wow.
Imperial Guard Charge applies paralysis to enemies, decreasing all basic defenses by percentage, and is stackable up to a percentage while ignoring immunity. Applies to self a recovery of HP, as well as a 100% chance to grant all damage immunity, and increasing all basic damage for 100% for one attack, as well as additional physical damage. And lastly, we have his ultimate skill, which has to be my favorite move of his. It's very intense. Let's go ahead and check it out. Imperial Pride.
Yo,
Bruh. What the he
Straight
blasts?
up blast
the
beam
entire
at the
Earth?
entirety of Earth.
yeah, if you're in that part of the world, sorry.
This applies fracture and paralysis to enemy while ignoring immunity. Applies to self invincible and accumulating percentage of pure damage when attacking, as well as a small percentage increase of all basic attacks of pure damage accumulated. And now we're going to go ahead and jump into those skill combos.
I love the skills where they zoom out, like it shows like the whole
Yeah.
planet.
It's really fun. Okay, so the skill set for the new uniforms following the sequence of 3, 5, and 4. And when using the ultimate skill, it is 3, 5, 4, and 6. So we're going to try 2 different ones here. First, we'll do the 3, 5, and 4, and then we will try the secondary one. Alrighty.
You got this, bro.
I know. It's the pressure's on every time. Not that it's a lot of pressure, I guess. There we go.
That's cool, dude.
Wow.
Alright, reset the combo just in case and move over to number 1. This one again is 3, 5, 4, and 6. Okay. There we go.
Easy peasy, man. There's that Earth one again. Look, Mom, it's the Northern Lights. No, son, it's Gladiator.
139 hits.
Alrighty.
That's a
Let's
lot.
see how you did in the chat with those that last trivia question.
All right, guys. So I'm seeing a lot of right answers in the chat. Gladiator's real name. Anybody know Gladiator's real name? We have Randy Shout here saying Cosmic Mohawk. Nope, that's pretty funny, but that's not it. The correct answer is Kalark. Juan Moreno says Kalark. Good job, guys. Alex Paninchi says Kalark as well. R. Estra, Kalark as well. Landon Simpson, good job, guys. There's some true Marvel fans in the chat. Good job, guys. Take it away, 3RL.
Awesome. Thanks for participating in our trivia. Hope just added a little bit of fun. And at last, the Annihilators, the powerful heroes who protect the universe, have united in one place. Alrighty, just give me
Gladiator
one
looks a
second
little bit too
here.
young,
We're
don't you
gonna get
think?
ready to check out some other things. But before that, let's look at some of the uniform options for the new uniforms. We have the uniform options for Beta Ray Bill.
Interesting.
All right, there we go. Including
Nice,
Spider-Man Back to Basics, Dr. Octopus, Enchantress, and Jean Grey herself.
That's a
Next
good
up, we have the
option, though.
uniform options for Gladiator, which include Thanos, the Infinity Revelation,
Wow, I have all of them.
Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Across the Spider-Verse, such a good movie, as well as Ghost Rider, Robbie Reyes. And
Wow, I
just
have all
another
of
thing
them.
you know, although discounts usually only apply to new uniforms and uniform options, this time the discount event will extend to include all uniforms related to the new Team Up Collection theme, Guardians of the Galaxy. So please check out the event notice at the community forum for more details on the uniform list. All right, next up, let's look at some newly added contents for the February update. In this update, we focus on expanding various support systems for our agents. And first
new
is
cards?
the support for our new agents. We've improved the existing new agent check-in rewards, provide rewards that will aid the rapid growth of new agents. You'll be able to acquire tier 3 heroes like Iron Man and Loki, as well as potential transcendent heroes like Moon Knight and Spider-Gwen, along with 2 Doctor Strange themed comic cards that have additional pierce damage effects. Additionally, tier 3 heroes like Iron Man and Loki, as well as the potential transcendent heroes Moon Knight and Spider-Gwen, will be available to all agents one by one over the course of 4 weeks in the update. So basically, starting from the update, and then every week there'll be a different hero available. We hope this is great news for agents who are new to Marvel Future Fight. Alrighty, next we'll introduce some support content that will hopefully benefit all agents as well. Okay, first off, we have a tier 4 upgrade support that has been added to help the acquisition of tier 4 materials.
Wow.
It's a system where you can receive a discount on some of the costs required for tier 4 growth based on the number of tier 4 heroes you possess. The tier 4 upgrade support system will be active at the My Team screen after clearing World Boss Legend Null for the first time. It should be noted I did beat World Boss Legend Null for the first time today myself. So we'll go ahead and just, we'll jump into it so you can see. We're going to hit here. And you see right there on the left there, we have a new button. After clearing World Boss Legend, a button will be added to the My Team screen. As you can see here, and when you press that button, you will be able to check the missions like the one below. You can select the hero you would like to receive an upgrade support for. So let's see, I already got one of those heroes. Let's just choose Iron Man. Bam. You can select the hero you would like to receive upgrade support from the list after completing each mission. Once you choose the hero you want, the amount of materials consumed for your gear upgrades and advancement will be discounted. Next, let me introduce the progressive missions, which affects the next day by completing each mission. Shall we jump into that?
These are some good changes, guys. Hopefully you guys are excited.
Alrighty. So the progressive missions can be accessed through the challenges at the menu. When entering, you'll be able to check the given missions and enjoy the next day bonus upon completing the retrospective missions. For myself, it was again completing a world boss. Check here. Have a nice little discount on tier 2 growth materials. Based on the number of tier 2 and tier 3 heroes you own, the missions and rewards will grow. The effects include an increased acquisitions of number of tier 2, 3 or 4 materials from world boss clears, and also tier 4 materials acquisition increase, along with daily maximum limit of increase from giant boss raid. Once again, these missions and rewards will show up differently based on the number of tier 2 and tier 3 heroes you own. So you can acquire even more rewards by clearing progressive missions every day to acquire useful effects that have never been available before. We hope this helps many agents achieve their tier goals. Alrighty then, just real quickly, we want to take a moment of celebration. Give it up in the chat to salute to our first agent who has reached agent level 999. So let's get everyone just a good shout out in the chat. That's pretty impressive. They reached the maximum level in agent badges. Congrats to W&G Love Mini. And we are under discussions to increase the max level agent badge, but it might take some time. So, as always, thank you for your patience. And with that, we have looked into the main changes of the February update so far, and there will be more details and improvements that were not discussed through the live stream. Please check out the update details, the notice that will be posted in the community forum. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Coupon code. The
live stream feedback survey. I got you. I know you're waiting for the reward, but just hold on 1 second. Whether you're a Marvel Future Fight veteran or it's your first time hearing about the game, we want to know your thoughts about the live stream itself. So please make sure out fill out the survey so your voice is heard. It should be entered in the chat, and feel free to enter that. I don't think there's a closing period, but just we would love to get some information. Like I said, our goal is to help improve the live stream. We want to see what the community is looking for. We hope to make sure your voice is heard. And now for the real moment you're waiting for. It's time for the coupon codes. All right. As you know, coupon code can be accessed in the main lobby screen, going to settings, info, and coupon for Android users. If you're an iOS user like myself, you can check out the coupon registration in the page in the forum. Also usually entered in the chat. If our mods are a little slow, it's because they're still doing the other link, but just know the chat link should be added. The coupon code is simply Annihilators. There we go. And as always, the validity period will be until tomorrow morning, February 20th at 6:59 a.m. PST. So be sure to get that code because it will expire. We did it. Hope everyone enjoyed the live stream, and we're excited about the February's Annihilators update. Be sure to follow our social media channels and forums for everything Marvel Future Fight. I want to give a big shout out first and foremost to the announcer. Let's have him give a moment so he can say his goodbyes.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. And as we mentioned, and 3RL mentioned earlier, we are trying our best to improve as much as we can from the content we create internally. And I can genuinely assure you that we are sharing all of your feedback and all of your concerns with our HQ, with our developers. So please, please, please keep that feedback coming in, and we'll make sure to make your voices always, always heard. Thanks, guys.
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, agents, for being here, joining us for this live stream, and being a part of this community. Good night, everyone. This is 3RL signing off, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, dude, that blew me apart. I'm still flabbergasted. Gladiator's gonna get to tier 4 immediately without to tier 3 him, which is absolutely unique, bro. He jumped 2 tiers. Yeah, dude, Gladiator is looking like real stuff. So, man, I'm so excited about this. I'm genuinely extremely excited about this. Like, yeah, dude, this update is a banger, bro. This update is actually a banger. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm just gonna have to hop off right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll see you guys on the next video. The patch notes should be available 6 hours from now, at least, or 7 hours. So, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next patch notes. Alright? Take care. Peace.